I answered the question, is Bukayo Saka world class? And my answer was, relative to the players that we have in this era, he's world class. Also mentioned, relative to football in general, like 10 to 15 years ago, is he world class? I said, no, not yet. But in the comments, there was a little bit of discourse. And they were saying Saka's not world class. They completely ignored what I said. Then I said, name me 5 wingers that are better than Bukayo Saka. I removed Salah and Yamal because we all agreed that those guys are better. But these are the names that came up. And then it just made me start thinking that you guys really do not like Bukayo Saka. It's not in terms of what he's done or what he hasn't done. Look at these names on this list. And this is why I said, relative to the players that we have in this era, these guys are not impressive at all, in my opinion. Dembele was bought for 100 M's and went to Barcelona, and he stunk it up. Yes, he had injuries, but he was also inconsistent. When he was fit, his productivity was terrible. Saka could chat to him. Rafinha, same thing. Saka can chat to him. What these two have over Bukayo Saka is their peaks. That was just last season. That's called recency bias. The point that Dembele and Rafinha are more consistent than Bukayo Saka is made up. It's false. Olise, listen, I never saw Olise comparisons when he was in the Premier League. Talented player. It's now that he's gone to Bayern Munich and his production has gone up a level that we're doing these comparisons. Kvara as well. And to be fair, these guys are all fairly young, except for Dembele, Rafinha, and Bomo. I think is like 25, 26. They're all fairly young, so they still have a long way to go in their career. But Kvara, he had that season at Napoli where he won Player of the Year. But look at the next season after. Kvara's productivity completely fell off a cliff. He was then bought and went to PSG for 80 M's. Please go and check his productivity now, playing in League One. Sometimes we forget that Bukayo Saka is the only person in this list, apart from Mbomo, that plays in the Premier League, and of course Michael Olise before. But how does he not get recognition for that? He's been playing in the Premier League since 18, bro. Come on, guys. Desiree Doué. His body work is impressive at 19. I'll keep an eye on this one. Mason Greenwood. You guys know my take on Mason Greenwood. I do think he was the best, but he wasn't patient. And Bomo, I like a lot. He scored 20 Premier League goals last year. But since moving to Manchester United, his production has fallen off a cliff, even though he apparently plays with the best 10 in the league. Bruno Fernandes, I haven't forgotten about you. I'm coming for him. Yildiz, I like a lot, but he's fairly new as well. I'm going to keep an eye on him. But guys, in terms of consistency and productivity, Saka can chat to all of these guys. I would even say he's better. If you look at the comments in that video, some people are asking, what has Bukayo Saka done? I'm not sure if they're trolling me or if they're being serious. But this is why I prefer you guys to say I don't like the guy, or I prefer to watch other players, because he's been playing in the Premier League since he was 18. He started doing left back shifts. And remember, Arsenal wasn't always a top team. He came when they were struggling. As a Liverpool, we used to go to Emerson and flog them. I'm talking about 3-0, 4-0. He was on that team and became the talisman of that team. Since then, he's provided 57 goals and 48 assists. That's productivity, and that is consistency. Remember, he doesn't have a peak season like Dembele or Rafinha that can really inflate your stats when you look at things in the long term. He got his first England call-up at 19 years old, and since that time, he has received 2 times England Player of the Year. Remember, it didn't start all rosy at England. He disappointed in the Euro Cup final. He missed a penalty along with other players, and he was getting all sorts of abuse. How did he respond? 2-time England Player of the Year. That's mentality, guys. That's mentality. Champions League. Remember, it was just 2 seasons ago. Rio Ferdinand was saying he's not world class because he hasn't shown it in the Champions League. Bukayo Saka has more Champions League goals than Kvaratskhelia, Michael Olise, Lamine Yamal, Desiree Doué. Guys, listen. Just say you don't like the guy, bro. Like,